When I hired my last operations director of operations, I took a day to outline everything that I needed them to do, like step by step. Like, this is what I want you to do. Now, the cool thing is you probably don't have to do that when you're hiring an ISA or a marketing person. If you go to a company like Virtudesk, they have this all outlined for you. So it's just a matter of having that there so that there's a starting point. Now, it's not everything they're going to do because we all run our businesses a little differently, but it's a starting point so that they can start going in the right direction for you, right? If they're going to do marketing, well, these are the things they're going to focus on, and you can add in between. If they're going to go as an ISA, well, these are the things they're going to focus on a daily basis. They're going to work on your database. They're going to do outreach to past clients and your sphere, whatever that looks like. Now it's key here as you're building this out, because you have to take some responsibility over this, right? It's key that as you're outlining these whole duties, I would ask, look, if you're going to go with Virtudesk, I'd say, hey, Virtudesk, send me the outline of what it looks like to have a marketing director, right? Send it to me. Boom. Now I'd look at it and I'd say, okay, good. This looks good. This doesn't. Oh, this is cool. Maybe add this, right? And now you're making a better version for you specifically. Now, as you do that, say, okay, great. Here's where you start. These are the things I expect. Now from there, you're going to hire the person. And that's where you're going to interview and you're going to be like, great, this is a great person. I like the feeling of this person, great character, great knowledge, great experience. Let's go. Once you hire that person, to me, that was probably the biggest challenge. And I've got here 5 minutes, so I'll try to wrap this one up here. But to me, hiring the person and identifying who I was going to get for my team that matched my culture, matched my vision, matched my motivation, matched the tenacity that we have in doing the things that we do. That was part of it. The other part was taking responsibility for the success of the virtual assistant. And that sometimes is a challenge. Remember, whether it's your actual staff in-house or it's a virtual person, you can't expect to hire somebody and then just leave them alone and not expect things to go well or not go well. It's like, what happens? There has to be consistent communication, and that consistent communication, that's been one of my biggest struggles: the consistency in setting the expectations early on. And that's why I failed with virtual staff. That's why I failed with staff early on in my career. And as I got better and better at that part, I realized that it all fell on me, right? I took ownership and I was like, got it. This falls on me. I need to set the expectations right from the very beginning, right? I need to have everything outlined. And there has to be some hands off on this. You'd be like, okay, new hire, these are the things you do. I communicate with you daily. I communicate with you often throughout the day. We communicate in this way. I communicate through Messenger, iMessaging through the Apple iPhone. Everybody on the team has to have some way of communicating through Apple. That's just how I communicate, right? I made it easy for me so that it happens. And so that's how I communicate often. And then this way the people that you bring on feel like they're part of something. The last thing you want to do is bring people on and then expect things to happen without ever inspecting it. Gary Keller always says, inspect what you expect. And I think that's a very true statement. If you don't ever inspect it, how do you know it's even getting done the right way or how you want it? But also give them the liberty to be able to work things the way they think is good after having the experience of working with you.